Okay.
See, till now what we have seen the backup of the particular queue, correct? Imagine you have some thousands of queues. Imagine you have some thousands of channels. Imagine on that particular objects you have given permissions, like put permissions, get permissions, everything. If you have to take a backup at a queue manager level, how can you take it? Okay. So let's go and see how we can take a backup of the queue manager. So we have the existing queue manager, which is PRD QMGR2, correct? Now in this queue manager, PRD QMGR2, in this queue manager, we have queues, correct? LQ1, LQ2, correct? Let me show you.
Are you sharing your screen? Akbar,
Yes, sir. Yes.
yeah, we are, are you sharing your screen or what? We didn't see anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, 1 minute.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
So we have created a queue manager in a previous session, correct? PRD QMGR2, and we have a n number of queues, LQ1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So on this queues, imagine now I have to take a backup of not an individual queue. I have to take a backup of entire queue manager with respect to objects and authorizations. So set MQAUT auth -m. What is our queue manager? MPRD QMGR2 -m LQ1 -t q plus all MQI. Just give me 1 minute. Someone is knocking the door. 1 minute. -m queue manager name -n queue name -t queue. Okay, I forgot to give the user. Which user we have to give permission? You remember we have created a user called RIA. So I have given a permissions now. DSPMQ AUT -m PRDQMGR2 -n LQ1 -t q -p RIA. What permissions RIA has? Just to check. MQR -m QNN DSPMQ AUT. The RIA is not having any permissions. How come it is possible? We have executed DSPMQR. Okay. Minus set. Oh, I'm giving the wrong key manager. Typo mistake. MQ I have given. PRD QMGR. PRD QMGR 2. DSPMQ AUT. -m PRD QMGR 2 -nlq1 -t -p ria. Okay. Sorry, rather than ria, I was giving priya. See here, you got a permission. So the overall what I want to show you in this lab is we have done object creation. We have given the permissions for that particular object on a particular user, correct? Now I want imagine some hundreds of queues, some hundreds of permissions. You have everything now. How do you take a backup of entire queue manager, its objects, permissions? Now what is the command for that? PRD QMGR2. Okay. So we have to give the same name here, PRD QMGR. Now what this command will do, dmpmqcfg, this will take a backup of this particular queue manager of all the data definitions, authorizations, everything, and put it in this particular file. And after the taking a backup, we can restore the backup in some other new queue manager. Let me show you first how you take a backup. Or I'll say backup of QMGR. So before taking any backup of the queue manager, what you need to do is you need to bring down the queue manager. So let's see first if it works when the queue manager is running or not. Okay. So it has taken the backup. Sorry. So where is this backup? C colon Windows system 32. Now I'll go to C colon Windows system 32. See, product to QMGR, backup of QMGR. Now if you open this, you can see all the data definitions here. LQ1. See, you got LQ1. If you give LQ2, yes, you can see LQ2. If you want to see PRD QMGR 2 dot LQ2, yeah, that is also there. So these are all the definitions which you have taken the backup of entire queue manager just by using a single command. For example, imagine you are doing some activity. You want all the data definitions of this queue manager into some another queue manager. Because as I have the backup, I can create a new queue manager, CRT PRD QMGR3. strmqm PRD QMGR3. Now, sorry. Now in this queue manager, I don't have any LQ1. I don't have any objects in, nothing is there. QL, LQ2. We have all these things in PRD QMGR2. Now what I will do, I'll do the restoration of objects which we created in QMGR2 in QMGR3. How can we do that? Just by using this command. Restore. So what you need to do, you need to copy this and change as per this. So this is my new queue manager. PRD QMGR3. And what is our backup file name? So we have to give the same file name because in this same file only we have all our backups, correct? Because when you restoring, you have to give less than symbol. When you're taking a backup, you have to give greater than symbol. You have to very carefully observe this. When you are taking the backup of the queue manager, you have to give greater than symbol. When you are restoring the backup, you have to give redirection symbol of this particular file in this particular queue manager. You got my point? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to restore. Restore of what? Restore of this particular file in the new queue manager. So as we have seen, there's a no objects of PRD QMGR2 in PRD QMGR3. Now when I'm going to restore this command, when I'm executing this command, now object not found, right? Everything will get recreated in PRD QMGR3. See, all are getting created.
One thing, sir, if there is anything, backup and recovery team will give the files, right? If we lose anything.
No, see, MQ level backup you need to take. MQ admin is responsible. Backup team is responsible at OS level, all those things.
Everything, like they will give all the files and whatever the folder inside.
Correct, yes. Why you want to depend on them when MQ is providing you facility, correct?
Okay, our MQ level backup this is.
Yeah, this
If
is yeah.
if
You're
still
saying,
after this, sometimes we are unable to restore, no, at that time we will go for
yeah, then you
successful
can go
backup
for
of
image
the
backup recovery from OS.
email, yeah, OS. I mean, from backup and recovery team.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
What you're talking is OS level, that will help you. But our MQ is
Mm.
providing a facility of a backup, then why we need to depend on
Yeah, just having a small doubt. Okay.
right. You are 100% right. Yeah. See, all my objects of PRD QMGR2 got restored in PRD QMGR3. Now I will go to see, you can read this command. 319 MQSC command read, no MQSC command syntax error. One valid could not be processed. Okay, let's see. PRD QMGR3. Now I will cross check display LQ1. See, object got created. Display QL LQ3. Okay. Let me see, we have cross-checked the data definitions. Let me see the authorizations, DSPMQ. Now, what I'm going to do is, on the queue manager 3, LQ1, RIA is having permissions or not. DSPMQ AUT. So what is the expected output? It should take a backup of authorizations also, right? See, earlier we have given permissions on PRD QMGR2. Now we have restored the backup in PRD QMGR3 objects. Now we are having the backup. Everything got restored. Getting my point? Including your queues, including your permissions, everything. So that's how the backup and recovery works at a queue manager level. You can take the backup with the help of dmpmqcfg, and you can restore that particular file into that particular queue manager by redirection symbol. And when you're taking a backup, you have to use -a symbol. .mqsc is a format. MQ script. .mqsc stands for .mqsc script. So this I'm going to share you. Any questions?
And yeah, we are doing fix packs also, right? Applying the fix pack to the environment.
Yeah, that IBM will give as part of your packages. You can run it.
That from IMCL we can update, or what are the prerequisites, like before doing any fix pack we need to take the backup in the same way now how you are taking?
Exactly. Exactly.
And we will stop all the queue
Exactly.
managers,
Correct.
queues, channels, and everything. And
First of
from
all,
IMCL,
make sure there is no messages in the queues. Inform the application team there is an outage, and then you bring
yeah,
down.
we will do. Anyhow, cluster wise, we will do one queue manager. We will do without any outage. We can do, right? 2 servers, 2.
It's suggestible to
If we
bring
are
down
having
everything.
like in the WebSphere, we do. If we are having 2 app servers, in one app server we apply fix pack. Without, I mean,
Then in that case, you have to redirect the traffic to the active passive, which
yeah,
was
yeah,
active, and then you have to proceed with
correct.
one server at a time. Yes.
So how we can do that one here in the MQ? If it
If
is in the WebSphere level, in the plugin, we can make that particular JVM count as 0 without routing the traffic to there. In this way, how we can achieve this one?
same thing, whatever you
MQ?
are saying JVM, we'll say in MQ as a queue manager. As per the
Hmm.
IBM standards, people will maintain one server and one queue manager. So you have to bring down that particular queue manager on that particular server, and then take a backup and do the patching, whatever you want to do, and then restore it.
And that's what
Meanwhile,
if you are having.
traffic will go to the other queue managers which are part of other clusters.
Yeah, here in the WebSphere, particularly in the plugin file, we make the second whatever the app server, we will make it as 0. Then it will not go any traffic to that particular server. So the end user not feel the outage. Only
Correct.
one server, backup server only. How
Yeah.
we will achieve here?
Here also you have an active passive setup, high availability setup you have to do. For example, whatever the question you're asking now. For example, in my server, if I have a PRD QMGR3, which is a running
Server 1 and server 2. Yeah.
same
Yes.
queue manager on your server also will be inactive. If I bring down, that queue manager will start there. So you have a 2 servers, the same queue manager. One is active, another one is inactive. Active
Yeah,
passive setup.
that configuration at the time of installation will do. How we will
At the time
do
of
the active
creation of queue
passive?
manager, you can do high availability setup, that will be considered as. For that, you have to do some additional steps.
Okay. We already had a session, right, on high availability and cluster. At the time,
Cluster
we have done
but
this
high
one.
availability setup we have not discussed actually. This one we have to check how to do the setup of active passive.
So actually in WebSphere, clustering means to provide the high availability of the application, we will maintain a cluster and
That is the
grouping of
workload
the.
balancing part. Yes, cluster
That
will
is
be actually
workload.
workload balancing.
Yeah, workload means whenever the workload means
For
we are having
example, 8 messages coming, 4 messages will be distributed like that.
That is okay.
That is a
That one is
traffic level.
distributed.
Now, what your question you are asking is at a queue manager level.
High queue manager. Okay. High availability.
Yeah. See, at the time of creation of setup itself, there is some parameters. I will share it up with you. Migration of high availability queue manager, migrating queue manager. Yeah, this is one, migrating multi-instance queue manager. Let me stop the recording.